Hello and welcome to Touch My Art. I'm Dee and today we are going to be creating some bookmarks with tassel holes. That's right, with the tassels. Yeah. So you are going to have to buy yourself a box of tassels if you want to fully follow along with this, but I did start without tassel holes, so you can follow along if you don't want to add the tassel holes as well. I've created a lot of bookmarks. A lot of bookmarks. In fact, that stack there is just the Fellowship of the Ring collection. 7 of each of the Fellowship of the Ring, including Gollum. And yes, I do include Gollum as a member of the Fellowship. If you disagree, feel free to be harsh in the comments. As some of you may have noticed, I have upgraded the camera a little bit. It's not doing me any favours. It shows I need to shave my bloody head. It shows just how much of a mess my beard is. So I can only apologise for the shock of high definition. Now this works in any kind of style really, as long as you can remove the background, because otherwise you'll end up covering up the hole. So if you want your design coming up over this kind of height, then you'll have to either remove the background or settle with the fact you'll have to put your design below the hole. Without further ado, let's head over to the PC. I'll get my face off the screen now. We've done the whole face thing. You know who I am. Let's get rid of it and let's get down to business. Okay, so we're starting off in Canva here. You might recognize some of these designs, but we're also going to be jumping over to use another site called Photopea in a minute, purely because I don't know how to cut holes using Canva. So if you know how to do that, you can probably get this all done in Canva. I unfortunately don't. But what we're going to do first is go up to create, and we want a custom size for this. And we want it in millimeters because that's how Hueforge works, and we want the width 45. Again, this can be your choice, but this is what I go with, and we want the height to be 150. Drop into a new design there. What we're going to do now is click on that background and we're going to change it to a black, and we're going to come over to tools and we're going to grab us a shape. Now we're going to grab this and click the square even, click on there, and we'll change this one to white. And as you can see, we've filled that hole up completely now, and now we want to come to the corners and do a little bit of corner rounding, because the last thing you want on your bookmarks is those sharp edges, because you print these quite thin. So as you can see, we've got that now. So what I'm going to do is do a quick share, download, transparent background. But again, you could probably actually do all of this in Photopea. It's just I'm more familiar with doing this part in Canva, and the next part we'll jump over to Photopea now. Here at Photopea now, let's grab that image we just created in Canva. Alt with the middle mouse button will allow you to zoom in, and without anything held, it will go up or down. Now we want to grab the ellipse tool and kind of position where you want that circle to start, or in a little bit more. Ooh, 19 by 19 is not too bad, but I think we'll go for, oh, a little bit tricky on with the mouse. It's very small movements. There you go, a nice 20 by 20 hole there. Well, it's not quite a hole yet. What we got, oh, sorry, I just accidentally clicked on. What I've got to do is click select, and now that creates this kind of box around it, and we just want to hit delete. Now if we click away from it, see we've got a nice hole there in our design for the bookmark. So we can just come up to file and export as PNG and save, and that will go to wherever you download your images. Now I'm a Leonardo.Ai man myself. As you can see, it's very easy to create these images here using the ChatGPT 2 image. Just a nice easy prompt asking for what you want, if you make it against a white background, it makes it much easier for the next stage, which is back to Canva. Back at Canva, what you want to do is then grab the image we just created and click on that one and open that in editor. Then we want to grab the design we created. I'm going to use Gollum as an example here. So you want a background remover, but you could do this in Photopea, I think has a free background remover. And once that's done, we'll just resize that now. Oh, the computer's gone a little bit jerky removing that background. And we'll move him up to the top there now. Again, it's just a matter of sharing, downloading. I will whack this up to maximum size and we'll go for a transparent background again and download. And now we're at Hueforge, and to speed things up, because I know most of you are coming from Hueforge anyway, so you know how to do all this. I've taken the image, I've brought it in here, got the colors where I want them. The main difference I've brought you back into Hueforge to actually show this is that I've gone down to the detail size of 0.10 rather than 0.20. I'll quickly show you. Let's go to 0.20, bring him down, zoom in back in, and you can see he's just a little bit fuzzy. Whereas if we go back to that detail, sorry, well, when you go back, it does for some reason reset. But as you can see at that 1.0, he's nice and defined. So that's the main reason I brought you back. And obviously make sure you change your width and height here. And you do want to keep a low blend depth. I'm keeping it at just below 2mm here, as you can see. And the reason I can get that is I'm using dynamic depth, so I can just drag the top layer down to the layer I choose. You can save your file then and head over to your slicer. In fact, let's go over to the slicer. As you can see, I'm actually printing Gollum out at the moment. Let's show you how I did this. As you can see, you can fit 7 on a plate as well. And just in case you're not familiar with this process, let's start this from the beginning. So we'll clear that. Got a nice fresh plate there. We'll bring in that Gollum file. Where is he? There he is. And as you can see, just one pops in, so we'll slice the plate quick. And that didn't take long at all. It's going to take 1 hour 16 minutes, but we've got to add the colours in. So let's go for a black up to 14. Then we're going to change out for the texture silver. We got to 18, change for the beige, and then 20 for the white. I like to bring this back down, there's no real need to, and then we'll slice that plate again. Excellent, we've got all the colours in there now, but what we're going to want to do is go back to the prepare and right click and add a height range modifier. We'll click on that height range modifier, and the base on this one is 0.84. So we'll lock that one in, and we'll do the actual layer change of 2.4. Lock that in. Slice the plate yet again, and nice quick slices there. As you can see, we've knocked 10 minutes off the slice time there for that one, but we want to fill the plate up, so we'll click on this one again and we'll go fill bed with copies. But for some reason it doesn't put the horizontal ones in, so what I'm going to do is click on this one and clone it twice. These will appear, as you can see, just off screen a little bit, so we'll drag these ones up, rotate, get him on a 90 degrees, pop him up there, repeat again here, and pop him there, turn that tool off, bring this down in the center, just make sure these are get him a little bit closer on the plate. And again, just hit that slice again. And after a little bit of a longer period that time, and hopefully your PC didn't blow up in the process, mine sounded like it was going to go to the moon, but it survived. You will get a nice set of ready to print. Obviously I've got mine printing at the moment, so I'm not going to remote print, but if I did, 7 hours 30 minutes later, you've got your bookmarks ready to go. Well folks, I hope you enjoyed that one. I really do enjoy making these bookmarks. Yeah, I am ripping off an IP with Lord of the Rings. Again, put your opinions on ripping off IPs in the comments, but basically I'm gonna keep going until I get a cease and desist, so it is what it is. But if you enjoyed this video, check out some of my past videos, and I'm sure I'll put out some future content. Until next time, have fun Hueforging, and I will catch you in the next one.